sick and tired, living in a town filled with narrow minds and hate.
Hello, 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 and thank you so much for tuning in to A Spoonful of Comfort. I am Claudine Jackson. I'm your host for A Spoonful of Comfort. Thank you so much for the privilege of your time. Thank you for not being the discomfort person, because you wouldn't be watching A Spoonful of Comfort if you were the discomfort person. So thank you so much for tuning in to WHPR. Thank you so much for the privilege of your time. I want to start with a prayer. Dear Lord, guide me, help me, show me the way. Lord, I humbly ask that you give me the comfort of your presence and the confidence to trust in you, even when the outcome is uncertain. In fact, that's when we really need to trust in you when the outcome is uncertain. Lord, please calm my mind, bring peace to my heart, strengthen my spirit to carry on. Lay a path for me, Lord, and help me to follow your way as I move forward. Help me to be faithful to your guidance. And Lord, we thank you for your grace. Thank you for your mercy. Thank you for your forgiveness. Thank you for your love. And help me to love and forgive others as you love and forgive me. These things I ask in the name of your Son, my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Now, I thank you for tuning into WHPR, and I also want to thank you for donating to the Purvis Jackson Autism Foundation. The Purvis Jackson Autism Foundation helps lower income children with handicaps. And last year we were about to go down the tube. I said we were on life support. Amazon gave us a wonderful donation, and I said that was like a transfusion to the Purvis Jackson Foundation. So for those who have donated to the Purvis Foundation, you can donate through Facebook. Facebook has a section called Network for Good, and you can designate which charity you want your money to go to. So I also thank Facebook for helping. So we wrote you a poem. If you make a donation to the Purvis Foundation, whether it be large or small, we pray that God's love comes down to you from above, because you are the best people of all. If you make a donation to the Purvis Foundation, you're helping handicapped children in need. So you can be proud of yourself, because you have already done a good deed. A donation to the foundation will help the situation. Because we can't do everything doesn't mean we can't do something. So a donation to the foundation will help the situation. Handicapped children can get help from me and you, because we will do what we can do. And if you want to make a donation to the Purvis Foundation, we greatly appreciate you. You can find us at our P.O. Box 04422. That's P.O. Box 04422, Detroit, Michigan 48204. So thank everyone who has made a donation, everyone who will make a donation, even if you want to make a donation and can't. I understand. I've been in that situation too. But I want to welcome my guest. But before I welcome my guest, I want to thank you who also voted for the Spinners to go into the Rock Hall of Fame. The Spinners will be inducted into the Rock Hall of Fame in November. And as of now, I'm finding itineraries and pictures and things that they can look at to see if they want that to go into the Rock Hall of Fame. So all of you that voted, I thank you. And the Spinners going into the Rock Hall of Fame is proof that dreams can come true. Because when I first married my husband, before we got married, when we were dating, and people said, you're involved with a broke doo-wop. You'd rather have a broke doo-wop than a factory worker who's making all this money. Well, I wasn't looking for a man to take care of me, which was one of the things that Purvis liked about me. But the broke doo-wop had these dreams, and I thought, well, that'll never come about. He had dreams of hit records and awards. I said, that'll never come about. But lo and behold, It did come about. I never told him it wasn't going to happen. I never told him that uh, it was a pipe dream. I never said go get a job. But the fact that his dreams did come true and are still coming true. He's been gone 15 years and his dreams are still coming true. So if someone has a dream, don't dash their dreams. If you can't support them, don't try to pull the rug out from under them. People, if you have a dream, somebody's going to say, "Oh, you can't do that," or "What makes you think you can do that?" I've had that experience. The people that were saying you can't do that, and then Purvis was saying, "Well, you can and you should." So he is still blessing me after all these years.
It's just the sad thing about life.
Yes.
It takes so
So
long.
yes,
Everything.
and he worked hard. They were at Motown daily practicing, and I used to say he's over there all day, every day, and he's not making any money. But he had a vision, and his vision came about. So he taught me something about sticking with it.
And so I thought you were gonna.
Yeah,
We're here on the 4th.
yes, on the 4th of July. And I want to, we've got a lot that we want to say about our country, but I want to wave my little flag and say it's a grand old flag, it's a high flying flag, and forever in
Not in
peace
your
may it
face.
wave. It's the emblem of the land I love, the home of the free and the brave. Now, that's a patriotic song. I loved that song when I was growing up.
Of
But it
course.
seems like they're trying to take away some of our land of the free and the brave. America was built on equality and freedom.
Well, we know about the story. It hasn't been true, but I mean the fight. Everyone,
Right. It hasn't been
we know the
completely true.
story of
But my
America.
husband did fulfill the American dream. So I can't say that it can't happen.
Of
I'm the
course.
one that can't say that it can't happen. And uh, according to scripture, to whom much is given, much is required from those to whom much is given. And I agree. And that's why I help lower income children with handicaps. Because if God is blessing you, then you're supposed to bless others. And who is more deserving than children with handicaps?
But what we were saying about the holiday, um, well, I mean the fight that came with it. Fourth of
Yes.
July
Yes.
was after a battle, and it's we were talking about women's suffrage. We're talking about the black people's battle, of course, and with our musical theme that we
Right.
keep with, we have all the songs. Without songs and music, mankind wouldn't have persevered through all of this.
Right. Now I'm talking about a patriotic song, but
The pain songs.
yeah,
Someday we'll all be free and change's gonna come. And I have Marvin Gaye and Donny Hathaway, these musicians who were so hurt by life and the challenge, but they persevered. Again, with musicians.
yes. That musical therapy, music is therapy. That's why I'm sharing positive lyrics with you, because some of the music is not therapy. Some of it, you hear a song in your head and you keep hearing it. Some of the stuff that you hear, you don't want to hear.
Hang on to the world as it spins around. Things are moving fast. Take it from me, someday we'll all be free.
Oh, beautiful. Um, I Stephanie and I have done
We
some
haven't sung yet.
music history shows, and I want to focus on the lyrics because sometimes the lyric gets lost in the melody. So I'm the lyric person. Stephanie is the melody
I don't care
person.
what the song say. I love the music. I was born by the river. in a little tent. And what is it?
Just like the river,
I've
I've been
been wrote
running
ever
ever
since.
since.
It's been a long, long time coming, but I know change gonna come. Oh, yes, it will.
And while she's speaking of change coming, I'm going to share with you some of the words of a song that I really love. Uh, my new birthday.
Okay.
I'm gonna change my way of living, and if that ain't enough, I'm gonna change the way I strut my stuff. Now, I like the words to that song, but I already changed my way of living, and at this age, I'm the way I'm going to be. But those are the kind of words that uplift you and move you forward, not the ones that.
And I was joking somewhat. I said, I don't care what a song says, but no negativity.
Right.
And these songs of today, I mean, bad language,
Yes.
no message. Well, not positive, but no. But the musicality, the rhythm, is what gets me about music. But
Now you did Sam Cooke. Change is going to come. Don't you have your attitude song that you sing, "Gonna Change My Way of Wearing My Hair"? Isn't that your song? Um, I got a smile.
mother, you getting into our down home blues?
Yes.
He came home this morning,
Oh,
and
is that?
oh, what a shock! What does that have to do with 4th of July? We got a new way of wearing. Oh, okay. I sing that
Yes. Yes.
at the Office Club
Yes.
on Livernois.
Right. And
We're taking a break right now, but
yes.
Tuesdays.
Yeah. They're not open today, but on Tuesdays you might find Stephanie at the office after 6 o'clock, or is it after 8?
No, it's early because it's Taco Tuesday, so it's 6 to 10
Yes, and the office is a club located on Livernois.
near 8 Mile.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's just south of 8 Mile on Livernois. So you can catch Stephanie there some Tuesdays.
And new way of wearing my hair. Okay.
Got a smile on my face, and you didn't put it there.
Mother.
Oh, it's Patriotic Day. So,
but I was talking about our musicians. Marvin Gaye.
yes.
Mother. I'm talking about the suffering and what people go through. There are too many of you crying. All that entire album. Oh, mercy, mercy me. And for the children. But anyway, the pain, we have to persevere.
Um,
And
what
who
was
else
Marvin
did I
Gaye's
have?
change song? Uh,
Was it
What's
from
going on?
What's going on?
What's
Yeah,
going on?
mother,
Yeah. Is that what's going on? Okay.
There are too many of you. Yes,
Okay.
he created a wonderful piece of music that changed people and changed the world.
And when you are a performer, that's one of the things that Motown, one of the reasons Motown was successful is because Motown taught their artists always present your best self to the public. And you didn't see Motown artists coming on stage in T-shirts and blue jeans. They tried to put their best self forward to the public because Barry Gordy said the public, when people pay to come in to see you, they're worth your best. And I agree with that.
But I was talking about, I'm thinking about with the 4th of July,
Right.
the fights people have to go to.
Yes.
Did we talk about the women? Unladylike behavior. Women had to fight.
For equality. And my problem now is that one of our political parties is trying to take away the freedom and equality that we have struggled so hard to have. So you be very discerning when you vote, because the people that we elect and put into office are the ones that are making the rules. And okay, look at the mass shootings. This could have been stopped years ago with the right laws. Now, every week, there's a mass shooting. Not only every week, but every day when you turn on the news, there's been a mass shooting somewhere. So, why is that? Why in a
So much
country like America?
anger and hatred.
Yes,
But I am so very sad, the competitiveness. We should have been taught cooperation with one
yes,
another. I'm
yes.
sorry. Instead of competing with one another, because that has caused people to trip up the other people and cheat, instead of us being taught to help one another, and that we all, there's enough for everyone. And it's just sad in this world
That
that
right.
it's not distributed fairly. But competing, pitting us, it's just like the age of the gladiators. You're having to fight and kill one another for the entertainment. But we should not. This competition goes too far instead of helping one another.
Well, that's why people like me don't compete, because
Right.
competition is
Yeah.
not in my blood. I remember when I used to play cards and people would say, I don't want you on my team because you don't want to win bad enough. No,
Right.
I've never been competitive.
And that's the horrible thing. Win bad enough. To
Yes,
cheat, to take shortcuts.
yes.
And man has done that from the beginning of time.
So let me share my poem, Times Like These, because we're talking about times like these.
Which have been from day one.
That's right.
Well, I don't know.
I
Times never change.
no, things have changed because things have gotten. We're going backwards in this country
Well, it
instead of
repeats.
moving
That's what we're
forward. Yes,
saying.
I never thought that I would see the day when there were times like these, when we have to make our pleas. We're down on our knees, so we might as well pray that God show us the way to that he show us the way to trust him each day, that a new thing he'll do to help pull us through, he'll create us anew. Now, if you have fallen so far down and you are laying on the ground and comfort just cannot be found, the day will come and you will see when you'll be back up on your knees and on your feet and moving free. I've had my laying on the ground days. We don't get through life without those days, but the day will come and you will see when you'll be back up on your knees and on your feet and moving free, moving to a better day, working on whatever come what may. You might be down, but you don't have to stay. I never thought that I would see the day when there were times like these, but I have faith and I believe, and I have lived long enough to see what God can do for you and me. He loves us unconditionally. Now, He can pick us up and pull us through. He can restore us and renew. He did it for me, and He can do it for you. Now, that poem, Times Like These, is not even in my book because times got worse after my book, The Butterfly. My book, The Butterfly, that's on sale now.
And you continue to create poems. You
Yes.
say it's not in your book, but you continue. We'll have another book eventually.
And were there any songs that captured what you were trying to say today?
Um,
I know you had somebody else that you
what
mentioned.
freedom? I forget how that goes, but the people. I understand better the Black Panthers. See, what I'm talking about is the 4th of July and the fights people have had, and are be proud of our black people. Langston Hughes, Baldwin, Nina Simone, Abby Lincoln. I'm understanding more about the militancy in the 60s, A lot of us black people were
Right.
embarrassed by it.
Right.
And of course, our MLK. And what I was thinking, we're doing this 4th of July, I'm looking back on June. And as you have mentioned the Spinners, it was a wondrous month.
Right.
And you did say the one museum, but the Motown, you mentioned
Motown
Motown,
Museum,
but the
yes.
Motown Museum, we had the back to MLK celebrating that his first speech was here in Detroit. And so we just celebrated that in June, Juneteenth. So June, we've just done quite a bit.
And when I was coming along, we were taught that if you were black, you had to dress twice as well and work twice as hard to get where white people are. That for you to be accepted. And back in the 60s, black people did marching. Well, women did marching. Women and black folks were marching for equal rights back in the 60s. And now it seems like we're going to have to march for equal rights again because if we don't get the right politicians in there, we are in danger of losing our democracy. America, we were the shining city on the hill. Every country, people wanted to come to America and still do. So I don't want us to lose the America that I was raised up in, where you could get equality. You had to fight for it, but you could get it. If they change the laws, we were fighting for it won't even help.
Okay, I have a favorite song of yours. What becomes of the broken hearted who has love can now be parted?
Yes.
It was a favorite song of mine. I've always been the music
Yes.
kid, but it's just that we are so brokenhearted
Yes.
in life.
And some of the words to that song are I walk through shadows, searching for light, cold and alone, no comfort in sight, hoping and praying for someone to care, always moving, but going nowhere. Now, that's a sad song, but it was a hit. There were so many people feeling that way. So the fact that Broken Hearted became a hit lets you know how many folks were broken hearted.
That's just as with Marvin Gaye.
Yes.
And the people related to it, and it's acknowledging finally and just looking at truth.
Right. And while we're talking about songs, I don't want to forget to mention the Underground Railroad song. Black folks have always had to struggle. I was saying that we were taught that we had to dress twice as work twice as hard and dress better. The
Song you mentioned.
yeah, the Underground Railroad song was Swing Low, Sweet Chariot. And when the slaves were working in the fields, the Underground Railroad leaders would come through singing Swing Low, Sweet Chariot. And the slaves, that was their signal to follow this person. And that's how the slaves escaped. But being on the Underground Railroad and trying to escape was very dangerous.
But after that, our anthem, lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring, ring with the harmonies of liberty. I think we're
Let
getting
our
near the end.
rejoicing
Rise high as the
listening
listening skies.
Let us march on till victory is won.
But I just ended it because I think we're almost done.
Well, we've got some of the city songs. I don't know if you know some. When I'm sharing lyrics with you, I'm trying to resurrect some of these old words that maybe some people never heard. And if people my age have heard them, but some of the songs about the cities, talking about this country and the flag and all, there's some songs that were dedicated to cities, like Going to Kansas City. Kansas City, here I come. And then there was going to Chicago. Sorry, but I can't take you. Going to Chicago. Sorry, but I can't take
Getting
you.
into our night.
And Detroit has a song. Sammy Davis sang our song, Hello, Detroit.
You've won my
My,
heart.
yes.
Your renaissance. Irresistible, you.
And then there was New York. Of course, everybody knows New York. Start spreading the news. Uh, so New York has a song, and San Francisco.
Georgia.
Oh, yes,
Georgia. We know them all.
yes. And San Francisco's song is San Francisco, open your golden gate. I don't know all the words, but I'm just so thankful that we have music
But
because
yeah.
music is the great equalizer all over the world. Wherever you go in the world, there is music. And that's how people celebrate.
But San Fran, I left my
Oh,
heart
another
in San
right.
Francisco. Yeah.
There was another San Francisco song. That's right. So I did times like these, but let me do one last poem. Times like these, I'm lamenting the fact that what we're going through times like these. But another poem is He Who Holds the Future. When storms are raging around me and I'm drowning in quicksand and unhappy things are happening, things that I don't understand. When I don't know what else to do, I'll just do what I can, because He who holds the future, He also holds my hand. I believe that God is with me every step of the way. If He brings me to it, He'll bring me through it. So in His care, I will stay. And I will face my future according to His plan, because He who holds the future, He also holds my hand. And that's something for us to remember, because our future is uncertain. But the same God that was with us in the past is with us in the future. So the fact that we're going through troubling times, we have to keep our hopes up, and we have to keep staying on the positive track, because there's always someone to get you off the positive track and get you onto a negative track. So thank you so much, Stephanie, for being my guest today. Thank you for adding
Again.
the melody to my lyrics.
Thank you, Mom.
And enjoy your 4th of July, and tune in next Tuesday at 11 o'clock for A Spoonful of Comfort.
When I was 17, I ran away from home and from everything I had ever known. I was sick and tired